VC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, I hope you're well. It is Sunday morning, and I thought I'd make a quick video before we went off to church. Mrs. DC is still sleeping, so she should be coming down soon, though. Anyway, I'll be making breakfast, and then we're off to church. The service is at 9, and that means in about an hour and a half, something like that. Yeah. Oh, anyway, it's going to be a rather calm day. We have church this morning, and this afternoon, we're going to go to to acquaintance of ours. The person is moving, and she wants to get rid of a certain number of flower pots. So, Mr. DC said, "Flower pots? Oh yeah, sure." Yeah. Yesterday we had the grandkids over, and I made something. It was good actually. It was pork tenderloin. I had some in the freezer. It'd been there for a while actually, and it was I almost like to say an American version, or an American version of an Asian recipe. Basically, it was with soy sauce, balsamic vinegar, and it was sweet. I put a lot less sugar. I mean, like a lot less, a quarter probably of what was in the recipe. That's why I say it was an American recipe, or USA, put it that way. And ginger and stuff like that. It was good, actually. It really was. But there was, like I say, it really was a mixture because there was like Italian spices and stuff like that. So you kind of say like Asian, Italian spices, but no, but it was actually very, very good. Yeah, made with rice and veggies and so on. And I made, like I said, yeah, I was saying, I was losing my train of thought. Must be age. Um, and made a video of me cooking it. Tried to make a video in Spanish, and that was complicated because I was having to use other vocabulary once again. Yeah, but it's one of those things that got me thinking. Like, what are the things, especially when you are um almost more when you're retired, but what are the things that make you happy? And it got me thinking, like, there's certain simple things in life that'll make me happy, just having time to do things. Other things that'll make me happy, of course, will be my family, meeting up with people. But then also, I was thinking, like, maybe not just the simple things. People often say, oh, you just got to enjoy the simple things of life. And I thought, like, that is true in a way, but is it enough? I mean, especially for many people, I guess I fall in that category, that have had to do complicated things, challenges all their life. To not have a challenge and to not do anything in that respect is um, is probably not the right way to go. Now, you might say, and I would say actually that you are right, that the simple things of life can actually be a challenge. And it is. For example, is gardening a simple thing of life? For some people, it is. For me, it would be a challenge. Learning a language for some people is quite easy. I find that it's kind of in the middle. I'm enjoying it, but it's a challenge. Um, Doing a video, for some people, doing a video is something, or even doing what I'm doing right now, talking into a camera, on my own, is not something they'll do. They'll, clam up or something like that. So where is it? I mean, is the things that for us are simple things of life at time are not for others. I mean, simple things of life is not just simply, sitting down, reading, and watching television. It's this type of thing. Hmm. Oh, it was something that came into my mind the other day when I was chatting actually with my Spanish professor, who he's Mexican, but so from Mexico, and people that I've had as teachers from the South American continent would always like to tell me, don't forget that when you speak Spanish, if you're saying American, you mean the Americas. If you're meaning on a person from the USA, you will say that he's from the USA, estadounidense. I've mentioned that in vlogs before, but I've noticed that even more now, I guess, in the political context. But nevertheless, it is very interesting, and I realize that even for Canadians, they might say North American, although these days they'll probably say Canadian. But it is interesting that depending on which language you're speaking, words don't always mean the same thing, do they? I mean, the same context, the same type of word doesn't mean the same thing. It doesn't have the same importance. You don't stress the same thing. Yeah. How did I get to that? That's the usual thing about a vlog, actually, is that you go from one topic to another. And I think it's good. I think it's good. I mean, it also shows, I was almost going to say, for some people it might show flexibility. For other people it might just show that you're a bit ADHD. You're not able to concentrate on one thing at the same time. But that is one of the advantages of the simple thing of vlogging. It helps you to think on your feet, but also to be able to go from one subject to another without hesitating, or maybe, just thinking it through as you're going. That's probably a big thing, actually. I was talking actually with my Spanish professor on that. The fact that actually when you're in a situation where you do have to, almost improvise, but at the same time, you're forcing your brain to get into the situation in a way, and it can be quite a challenge. I mean, we all know we've had brain freezes. I mean, I have it regularly, especially when you're learning a new language. But you can have a brain freeze just when you're talking your native language. And one of the reasons it seems for that is just simply, well, the mechanism is getting rusty. You're not using it enough. That doesn't mean that you're becoming dumb or anything. It's just like anything. You got to work those muscles or work those abilities to keep them, oiled. Anyway, you tell me what you think about it, and I'll probably stop here anyway. I heard Mrs. DC stirring, and that means that breakfast is coming, so I'm gonna be starting breakfast in a bit. That's it. DC signing off. Take care. I'm gonna enjoy the simple thing of my morning coffee. Bye-bye.